Which scene was the hardest one to shoot?
Probably the Mr. Mime scene because I'm working with two scene partners who aren't there. But surprisingly enough, that also ended up being my favorite scene in the movie.
Ryan Reynolds is a professional pranker. Did he prank you at some point of the days?
No, he didn't. I mean, he wasn't really on set too much because he was just a voice in the film. But when he was just really funny. Like he's just as funny off camera as he is on camera.
If you could be a Pokemon besides Pikachu, which one would you choose?
If I could be a Pokemon, I'd probably be Totodile. I mean, no, that's my favorite Pokemon. I would be Snorlax.
And why?
Then I get to sleep all the time.
You've been in a huge tour with this movie. Do you have any particular experience with fans around the world, with the food or experience in other countries?
They've been so nice. I mean, I'm such a huge Pokemon fan, so I think and I know that the fan base is just very respectful of the franchise, and so I just have experienced nothing but love and support from the fans. People like to give me gifts, which I really appreciate, and they're usually like Pikachus or Pokemon stuff, so I have a lot of Pokemon stuff now.
You said you're a huge fan of Pokemon. Is there anything that people probably don't know about Pikachu?
He loves coffee. No, but everyone knows that.
Yeah, they're gonna know with the movie.
He's yellow. Shh, don't tell anyone.
Justice, what's the good thing and the bad thing about being related to Will Smith because of your last name?
I'm not related to Will Smith.
No, people relate you with Will Smith.
I'm not related to Will Smith. Everyone thinks I'm related to Will Smith because I have the last name Smith and because I was in a show with his son Jaden. And one time I actually had a driver one time was like, "Hey, I drove your dad. He's really cool." I'm like, "My dad? Like Smitty? My dad? He's in LA." And he's like, "Yeah, he was so nice." But I didn't say that. So he's like, "Yeah, your dad. Like, I really like his show too, and he's just a good guy." And I realized he was talking about Will, and I felt so bad because he was telling me all this stuff. So I just like, "Yeah, my dad's great. He's very talented. He's so great."
Tell me, what are your appreciations about Colombia so far?
I love Colombia. I love the food. I've tried a lot of really good stuff like arepas de huevo. Arepa huevo. Tried that, and I tried the lulo. It's a drink. The lulo drink.
Lulo juice. Yeah.
Yeah. And a lot of good stuff.
What's the message for people who think that the movie is based on the series, like they need to know in the universe of Pokemon?
At the center of the film is a really relatable, funny, and heartwarming story about a young man trying to reconcile with his father. And I think that you don't need to know anything about Pokemon to relate to that. And also, it's just hilarious. I think... I hope that if you don't know anything about Pokemon before you see this movie, afterwards, you'll be a fan.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.